Welcome back, guys. Well, we're at it again. Another weekend, another ride, and we're out here on the most recent steed, the Kove 450 Rally. And don't mean to make you guys jealous at home where it still might be cold. But hey, I'm gonna be jealous of you guys here soon when the heat's upon us in the Sonoran Desert and you guys are in prime riding season. But right now, conditions are, just absolutely epic. Spring is upon us, and that means the desert is a-bloomin'. I know it's really only picking up the yellow, but there are also flowers out there in pink, purples, there's some reds. It's just absolutely beautiful right now. And we are having a winter and spring unlike I have seen here in southern Arizona. And it's just been raining pretty much once or twice every couple weeks, which is very unusual, and it's just making everything very green and dirt conditions absolutely ideal. So today we're just north of Nogales, Arizona, in a trail system called Red Springs, and gonna be taking the Kove out on this new single track system that, in collaboration with the trail riders of southern Arizona and the forest, who are they? They are it's not the forest preserve, but it's the national forest. God, I can't think of the actual name of them, but in collaboration with a local riding group, we were actually able to establish a new single track system out here in this beautiful landscape. So I've yet to check it out, so I'm gonna go out here on the Kove, and the Kove is not made for single track, obviously. She's a heavy girl, and I got it full of fuel. So come along for the ride today. We are testing some new stuff, and that is going back to a 50 tooth from a 51 tooth rear sprocket, trying to give it a little more legs, because it with the timing key, it just seems to rev out real quick. So I don't know if that's gonna help, but that's my idea behind that one. Put a new chain on there, put the primary drive and we have put the DB killer back in the exhaust. So previously, with the cat free tune that GPX put on the bike, or put on the did flash the ECU. So with the cat free, which I thought he was putting the race tune in, but he just put the cat one. And when I took out the DB killer, there wasn't enough back pressure, and the bike started to run like crap, and it would surge down at idle. So I put the DB killer back in there also because I had to do a 40-mile stint out on the highway, and my ears were ringing for a couple days afterwards. So DB killer back in, help with the running of the bike, and man, it's just, I don't like that loudness. And for comparison, this FMF even with the DB killer out, is nowhere near as loud as the race exhaust. The race exhaust is very throaty, very deep tone, and it really reminds me of like a 450 MX bike. The way when you really crack the throttle, it's just like, man, it hits you in the chest like bass. So whereas this is more raspy, a lot like the stock exhaust. So I guess the last thing to address before we go on this little ride was the oil filler caps. So I have sourced, took me a little bit of legwork, but I was able to source some screw-on caps. If you're interested in one of those, shoot me a DM on Instagram or Facebook, and I'll get you one out, man. There isn't a link for it. It's I was able to source it locally, and I was able to get some more on the way. So the initial ones that I had sold out, and yeah, so I'll be shipping those out. Let's go along for a ride, guys. Somebody coming. It's a sweet bike. Sweet bike. So, anybody sick of the content about the Kove, I understand. A lot of Kove content. You can just click on by. Maybe I'll have something in the future you'd be interested in. So I'm running the M5B Evo soft terrain tire, which is great for a lot of the loose sand out here in southern Arizona. But let me show you. I don't know if it's the result of running it on the road or what. I don't know if it's picking it up, but these main knobs are starting to chunk. Like maybe after today, I may be without a few knobs. So obviously the Kove is not the torquiest bike in the world, but I think a combination of the weight plus, you know, it does have some good power, and this motocross tire is just not holding up. So need to find a better option. What do you guys think? I think you guys probably say like the Motas. What else? What other is a really good like dual sport off-road tire? Like maybe the Kenda Desert Parker DT, I mean. The Trackmaster maybe. The Trackmaster is what I'm going to go with, just because it's cheap. forgot to start recording, so here we are about 2 minutes into the single track. Just ran into the guys who made this shit out here, so that was really cool. Just a shout out to the TRS guys. Thanks a lot for the opportunity for creating this epic track, and I'm glad I ran into them because they told me where to go and where not to go. So I am going to heed their warning and stay on 482. So here we go, guys. Let's they were all impressed with the bike. They thought, hey, there's some of this you can do out here and there's some of this that you should stay off of. And these are some old school dudes. They know what they're doing. So they're waiting for you to come back.
What's that?
They're waiting for you to come back.
For me to come back?
Yeah, they're gonna go down further and then go. So
yeah, I think you want to go that way.
Yeah.
That's pretty challenging. Have fun.
Okay, thanks, man. So anyways, yeah, I'm glad I ran into them because they gave me the, hey, don't go down these trails, stick to this, because this place is no joke. Woo! That was a blessing. That was a blessing that I ran into them. So don't go on 41, stay on 42. Okay. That was a blessing because they wouldn't steer me wrong at all. They would not steer me wrong. They said some of this is going to be still kind of hard, but yeah. Woo! Yeah. Yeah, they weren't joking. This is some gnar. This is a little, and I told them, you know, like, I'm out here knowing that this is not what the Kove is made for, but want to get some experience for the off chance that, you know, you end up out on this when you're out on a big adventure ride. You don't not want to be able to do this and get in over your head when you're out with a bunch of people and make it because of you. Dude, look at it, there's a bunch of bags. Wow, more evidence of illegal migration, illegal immigration. So yeah, I mean, we are out down here by Nogales, so that's not surprising. But what's surprising is that they're taking these way more treacherous routes to stay off the main tracks. And then, again, that's old. That's from a previous administration. So, man, this is awesome out here. Woo! Sorry for the sniffles. You're catching that. Hopefully the camera is picking up my voice, but not my sniffles. Ooh, excuse me. Wow. This is sick. Man, there are a lot of big rocks. So do not want to stay on A we're getting the bike hot out here. Woo! Yeah, single tracks where the Kove gets hot. This bike's made to move, not move slowly. So, you know, here I am in the single track, averaging pretty low mile per hour, and the bike's like up 180, up to like 200 on the water temp, and it the fan's running all the time. This is legitimate single track. This is legitimate single track. So yeah, what I was saying before was, you know, I'm out here knowing that this is not what the Kove is made for, and that I just want to show that it's possible. So I'm just gonna take it easy. Man, a shoe. A freaking shoe. So that leads me to believe that these trails were here before the TRS guys came out here and made this single track. If this immigration remnants are from 3-4 years ago, at least. Some of you guys reach out on my comments and be like, man, where you're riding your bike, it's pretty pretty tame. All these wide open spaces. Yeah, we got wide open spaces, but then we have this. So, man, we're blessed here in Arizona and in the United States as a whole to just have such diverse riding opportunities. And man, the West is one of the best places to be an avid dirt biker. Woo! Off the trail. Oh, that's what he's telling me. These boulders and stuff are gonna want to kick you off. Fast, but it had an okay clip. And the bike's averaging 195 on the water temp. Gotta loosen up, gotta loosen up. Bit of fatigue. Woo. Woo. Whoa. Take a break. Turn to fatigue. Woo. So, I would say that today has been a success out here. Got to see the Red Springs single track system. And the cool thing about the single track here in Arizona is that it can take a beating. And so, not afraid about telling you where it's at, you know, where it's at, or the name of it, or where I'm riding. Because you're more than welcome to come out here and enjoy these public lands. That's what they are. So let's take advantage of it. These tracks, these single tracks need to be worked in a little bit because of their lack of traffic. So yeah, thanks for coming along today, guys. I'm really enjoying my Kove. Seeing a couple little hiccups here and there about some issues, but the fact is, once you work through the overheating, or not the overheating, but the venting of the tanks, and you know to be gentle when torquing down bolts and fasteners on the Kove, that it is a ultimate bike for the dual sporter light adventurer. And so, although that's not what I'm doing today, and I did trailer out to the trails, you know, I'm just putting the bike through its paces so that later on down the road, when we do some big epic moto camping trips, I don't need to worry about small little things happening. Yeah, it's important that you all take your bikes out and put them through their paces, beat them, fix the little quirks. And I think in the end, anybody who puts their money into a Kove for the amount of money that you have to put towards this bike, you know, you're gonna be really happy with what you get. So that's my unsponsored, unbiased opinion. And if you look back through my channel at the different builds I've had, you'd see that, you know, I got a lot of bikes to compare it to. So thanks for coming along, guys. From here on out, we'll just do some raw single track, and I'll see you on the next one. So call me a wuss. I'm not gonna head off this today. Not gonna continue down this single track. Gonna let cooler heads prevail. OG said don't go this way. Other dude was like, yeah, go ahead. I think it's okay for a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it probably doesn't capture it on film, but it's real chewed up. And then when it crests right there, there's a washout before it does a little continue up the hill and around the turn. And I'm not going to do it today. So it's gnarly enough, this little section I got to get through right here. Migration debris in this one particular area is just mind-blowing. And the crap, the part that pisses me off, it's not that people want to better their lives. That doesn't piss me off. What pisses me off is that they come here and then they leave all this trash. Like, it's just, strewn all throughout our desert, all this trash. And that's the shitty part, because if you don't care enough to take care of our beautiful country, entering it, you're not going to care once you get here to live, you know, the American way. Fighting for our freedoms, sacrifice, hard work. Yeah. So, enough ranting. Socks and gloves and shirts and bottles, and that's frustrating. So I don't know exactly what these cactuses are called, these long stringy ones, but when I've gone on cave tours before, they say that these particular type of cactuses indicate groundwater, and so a lot of times it means that there's caves underneath us if you see these type of cacti. Interesting fact number 34. Look at this. This is sick. Purple flowers. Forgot to hit go a second ago. Just wanted to check out this trash pit area, see what's going on here. It is snake season, guys, so we got to be careful for them rattlers. What in the fuck is all this shit over here? Bunch of fucking glasses, like kitchen glasses. That's just somebody's trash. But this is a wash right here, so this is coming from somewhere. I don't know if there was somebody's camp up the wash here a bit, and this is where it's all collecting. God. It's like somebody was living here for a while. It's like, but when it comes to a wash, anywhere up the wash, you know, it's just like, this is like a trash receptacle. Gotta watch out for snakes. All these bags, somebody's little blanket bundle. It's just somebody's blanket. It's crazy how many backpacks you find. Just hundreds of them strewn throughout the desert. Alright, I forgot to hit go a second ago. So this is, we either got up that way or over to the right, it looks like. make sure I'm going the right way. Same way I came. Yeah. Up this hill. Whoa. Dude. Woo. Woo. It's really windy up here, guys. I apologize for that, but man. Look at this epic single track and how it just continues. It's out there. But we're just right at this this obvious pass right here in the single track. And just wanted to stop. Sweatshirts, cans, Gatorades, Pediasures, blankets. Socks, underwear. On this hillside. And then look, this is where they would hang out because this gets you down out of the wind right here. And there's just a junkyard of bottles and cans. Sad. sad. But it's not going on right now. Hopefully we can stop it in the future when we clear up the borders. And then we're all gonna have to come out here and clean it up. Who's with me to come out here and clean it all up? I am. I have pride in my country. And if we can start some kind of service project after we get this shit under control, man, I'll lead the way. Organize an army of people to come out here, reclaim our lands from all this trash. Sorry for the wind, guys, but I just wanted to show you real quick. I stopped. Look at these lugs on this IRC. Probably got about 250, 300 miles on that tire, so not a ton. Yeah, the Kove is probably too heavy for this tire, and the rocks out here in Arizona are tearing it up. But it's crazy because we get into different situations, sand, rock, so you need the perfect tire that does both. All right, last little bit and then my battery's gonna die, so just wanted to show you guys how nice this trail was. If you hadn't already seen, oh man, there's some rocks. Oh, there's lots of rocks. Hey, I really appreciate all you guys reaching out, making comments. It's those comments that make me want to come out here and make more videos. So conversation. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think, guys. What do you think of the trail? What do you think of the Kove? What do you think of the tires? Oh no, this is gonna be, oh, they don't stall. Oh my goodness. What do you think of my horrible riding technique? What do you think of Arizona? What do you think of the border issue? Look at all this trash. Gosh, it's like a dump up here. Oh, what do you guys think of my crappy audio? Anybody want to send me a medium mod so that I can improve the sound quality? No, just kidding. I don't want anything from you guys. Really. All I want to do is provide something to you. But yeah, thanks for watching. Whew, there's a little bit of a pass right here. Let me get on top. Oh yeah, that's why they're up here. They got vantage point and probably nice breeze. Woo! All right, guys. Appreciate you coming along. See you on the next one.